why come forward now? This was years ago. This is in the past. Most people would say, what's the point of dredging all this up now? So why address this now?
Well, the last sexual relationship that I was in, I was actually married. And some things came about where I realized that the way I had been living was completely against how God created me. So I started asking a lot of questions, and I started unraveling the way I had lived, things that I had willingly participated in, things that I had been forced to participate in, and decided that I wanted my life to be different. I did have children at that point, and I wanted to not have them go through the same thing that I had gone through. Growing up in my home, I don't ever remember a time when pornography wasn't available. I can remember early in my life, at the age of 5 or 6, seeing pornography that my dad would have supposedly hidden, but it was very much out in view. So it's something that myself and my siblings always had access to.
Videos?
Magazines. There were times when my dad would be watching pornographic movies on television. It was usually late at night when we would go to bed, but we could always hear them. So it was something that was always in my house. Yes, I was sexually abused by my dad. And found out later on that my siblings were involved in viewing that as well. So they were aware that it was going on.
You were how old when that happened?
That started at the age of 5.
Okay. At that age, did it feel or seem unnatural because you had already been so exposed to?
No, I thought it was natural because I'd seen it in the magazine. I thought, this is what I'm supposed to do. I didn't know anything else.
Did you ever have any problems with any of your other siblings taking advantage of you, or did other kids from the neighborhood or friends?
Yes. As a matter of fact, as far as siblings go, I think that we were all very promiscuous with each other, as well as other children in the neighborhood, relatives. I can remember early on, probably about the age of 6, maybe in kindergarten, a neighbor boy sitting down and explaining to me what sex was all about, and then there was sexual abuse involved in that.
At what point did you realize that what you were doing or what you were involved in wasn't normal?
I can remember in grade school, one of my friends was actually telling me about her father abusing her. And she and I would have conversations back and forth and kind of compare our stories. But it just hit me one day because she spoke up and said that she felt uncomfortable with this, that maybe this really was wrong. The role that the pornography played is it was forced upon me to start with, but once it was kind of ingrained into me, I didn't see it as anything different than picking up another magazine. So pornography definitely played a part in it because I saw the images. That was what I tried to portray. A time, going back to family life, that my older brother would use me for his friends. So he would have his friends come over and they would pay him with money, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever it was, for me to have sexual relations with them.
So how, as you approached young adulthood, your teen years, your young adulthood, what conclusions did you draw about yourself, your own value as a woman?
Well, truthfully, I never have really had any self-esteem. I pretty much searched out relationships that were very similar to what I grew up in. So I was always attracted to people with promiscuous lives. I can't say that I ever remember a relationship that I was in where pornography was not involved. So I made the decision to come forward and to walk away from that by God's saving grace and the freedom that He has brought. So it's what mostly drove me is that I want a better life for my kids, and I want to be the person that God has called me to be, and that's not who He's called me to be. I would say that no matter how trapped you feel, even if you feel that there's no way out, whether you've been threatened with your life or the life of someone else, that the most important thing to remember is that Jesus can do anything. Nothing is impossible with Him. And if you set your eyes on Him and follow Him, He will bring you through it. Yes, there will be pain. There will be pain involved, but it is worth it in the end. And you can get the help that you need, and you can be free. God can free you from all of it.